We're back for a second season of the Braxtons because they just dropped their first episode not too long ago, the second season. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very interested and very open to see how this season is gonna go. It looks a little bit juicy, especially being that like their niece Ashley is on it now. And I'm not gonna lie, I only thought that she was gonna be on Tamar's podcast. I didn't know that it was gonna be filmed. I thought that we were just gonna get like a episode on like Spotify, Apple Music, maybe even YouTube or something like that. I didn't know that we was gonna like see it on TV, and hopefully we get the answers that we were looking for if we had like any questions with her story a couple months back. But let me just jump into that for the people who don't really know. So long story short, for the people who don't know, basically their older brother Michael, his daughter came onto TikTok a couple months ago to like sometime earlier this year with like a little mini series basically talking about how one of her aunt's husbands was very inappropriate with her throughout like text messages. She came to the aunt kind of like confiding in her and just telling her what's going on. The aunt was on her side at first and then just like kind of out of nowhere just switched on her. But I'm not gonna lie, I definitely do feel some type of way about how this whole situation is handled, especially with Trina, because I'm not gonna lie. Watching the episode, I did feel bad for her, saying like, "All right, maybe y'all are doing a little bit too much in her comments, for real." Because at the end of the day, maybe it's something that she couldn't control. But at the same time, it's like she did say in her story on TikTok that she came to you and you didn't really do much like you did at first, but then at some point you was on his side. And then I seen a video of you and your husband on my For You page the other day of you basically saying that you felt like Ashley should have kept this whole situation off social media and came to y'all as a family. No, she can definitely do exactly what she want to do because one, she's a grown woman. Don't tell her what to do. And then another thing is like, why do you feel the need for her to like come to you in private with this whole situation when she did that already and you didn't do nothing about it? So why would she come to you again in private? Like, make it make sense. And what's grinding my gears the most about Trina telling her to keep it off social media with her husband right next to her, the same husband that talks to her crazy, and people notice it, which is why we probably won't even really see him on TV like that for real. Hopefully, fingers crossed, is the fact that she had the nerve to sit here and tell her that. But meanwhile, her family basically has two whole shows on TV that is broadcasting them in therapy from the moment that they even got onto our television. Did you forget about that whole episode of Iyanla Van Zant where Tamar basically said that she was S8 as a child and y'all did nothing? And y'all still didn't even come around her and comfort her then. So, like, let's really be for real. Do not tell nobody to sit here and do something and then turn around and be a hypocrite about it. Because if we really want to talk about people keeping their issues off social media or off the screen, y'all shouldn't even be having all these shows. Y'all should have never had Braxton Family Values. Y'all should have never had the Braxtons because basically all it is us watching y'all be in therapy, if we really want to be honest. And that's also none of our business. So what do you have to say about that? And I also forgot to add that I genuinely don't feel like it was any of the sisters that gave Tamar the cease and desist because if y'all remember, well, the ones who did watch it when Ashley came out with this whole like little mini series about her life, she definitely did mention her dad being the one giving her a cease and desist. So I'm sure the same time that he gave one to his daughter, he gave one to Tamar. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like he genuinely should have not done that because he's definitely giving like a messed up individual, especially being all the things that Ashley said about him, and I kind of like believe it because not gonna lie, no shade, but look at how the family dynamic is. Like it's messy and it's toxic. It's just with him, we don't see him on the camera. That's the only difference.